It's time to begin my reviews of Hamster and Gretel Season 2. So if you don't know, Hamster and Gretel is a series by Dan Povenmire, one of the creators behind the show Phineas and Ferb and Malcolm Murphy's Law. So he's now working with Swampy on this one, just for context, but you know what? It's still good. So the first two episodes of 1A and 1B, we have Hakuna Kevin and the Great American Telenovela. So basically, it's reintroducing the world, and that's essentially what they do. So we'll reintroduce Kevin by stating that he got a bit stressed out after the end of season 1 and needed to go to a camp to relax. And now he's really calm, almost too calm. Thankfully, there's no messy alien stuff or anything like that. He has not been replaced by a doppelganger. He just over-calmed. And, of course, the villain of the episode is the guy for Clamhead. Go figure. And, yeah, everyone thought this was weird. Apparently, clam chowder plus toxic waste equals clam head when it falls on your head. Why? It's fun, that's why. But anyhow, his plan is to sabotage a singles cruise and turn them all into people with clam heads because, you know, he's lashing out at the world instead of addressing the root of his problems. Wow, that got really serious for a second. But anyhow, Kevin re-stresses and helps Gretel and Hamster come up with a plan to defeat him. In fact, he's the one who pretty much did the defeat. He lowered the clam person, I forget their actual name, his name, into a sauna, and that was enough. He saved the day. Yes, his plans normally to save the day, but for once, his actual actions. And then, of course, the episode ends with, you know, Gretel agreeing to take on some of the stress for him and all that. No, more sharing of the stress and being there to support each other. And then, of course, the news reporter Veronica Hill, she's on the cruise because she's reporting on it and hoping to find love. And unfortunately, she didn't get anyone. But I just kind of like that through a joke they thrown in there. And then, of course, we have the next part, 1B, the Great American Telenovela. So we learn a little more about Hamster and Gretel's mom. She's a nurse. I think they probably established that before, but this is the first time we actually saw her working, and she's bored because of the paperwork. Yeah, paperwork is pretty boring. And a patient comes in, and it's actually a producer, and he's looking for a nurse to cast in his telenovela, Fresa de Amor. I know I probably butchered that, and it's something of love. I don't remember what the first part is. Spanish class was over 6-7 years ago for me. It's been quite some time, so I don't remember most of those words. But I remember the de amor means of love, so I get something still in my brain from Spanish class. But anyhow, the villain of the story ends up being La Cebolla, so the person who can control onions, and she's trying to get revenge on the telenovela she was fired from. Guess what? She gets a part at the end of the episode. Oh man. She's basically a mannequin, pretending to be a mannequin. But she's apparently happy with that. But one thing I do want to note about the episode, one, I had to pause several times just to laugh. And probably the funniest thing is, one, Hamster is the designated person who knows things about telenovelas. So it's through Hamster that we, the audience who are not familiar with telenovelas, learns the tropes, learns the stuff that goes on in a sense, so that way they can play with those tropes in the actual story. And then, of course, the mom's line ends up just being, "I'm a nurse." And then she's like, "Yeah, don't want to." But then her makeup director, they play a prank like, no, evil twin thing, but they revealed it pretty quickly. But that was another trope that Hamster mentioned earlier on in the episode. Granted, there was plenty of other characters who were suspected. The character who plays the main villain, the scriptwriter who's clearly overworked, but he's getting his revenge. Guess how? By using the show's printer in order to print his novel. I don't think his novel is going to do that well, but apparently he was trying to get the show canceled by doing outrageous stories. That includes time travel, that clearly was a Doctor Who reference, but is also a reference to Dr. Zone from Malcolm Murphy's Law, which is itself a Doctor Who reference. Time travel, go figure. But the reference in here was more clearly a Doctor Who reference because they did a structure that looks more like the TARDIS and like a Volkswagen Beetle that they were using in Malcolm Murphy's Law for Dr. Zone. Or shape, kind of. But anyhow, like I said, just crazy stuff, and the director's also thought to be a suspect, but he's not, because there's actually a line that he's was it Kevin or Gretel? Doesn't matter which one, but they accuse the director of basically being soulless, and he says, "Yeah, I'm a Hollywood producer. Of course I'm soulless." Which is just such a good line. You can definitely tell not only did they play with some tropes of telenovelas here for the story and the jokes, but they also played with the stereotypes of Hollywood and media production in general. The soulless executive who is just that. And just some other tropes. The overworked scriptwriter who's barely holding it together, but is also trying to do something inside to make more money. The actor who's looking for another gig to make some more money. Like, there's a lot of tropes I'm pretty sure they pulled from, and it makes sense. These are people in the industry. They can make fun of the industry, and it's actually good for some of these, industry tropes, not just, I don't know if it's standards or not, but tropes, to be reviewed in a humorous fashion so kids understand that, hey, there's a disconnect between the show and the non-show, but really there's a lot of similarities with the show in the show. Does that make sense? You know what I'm getting at here, right? Right? Because I don't. Anyhow, I do want to hear your thoughts on these. I do want to hear your thoughts on the first episode of Hamster and Gretel, so 1A, Hakuna Matata. By the way, that's clearly a reference to The Lion King, Hakuna Matata. And then, which means no worries. I think that was a very, very intentional reference. And then, of course, 1B, The Great American Telenovela. Anyhow, next week, every Tuesday, I'm going to be releasing another review for Hamster and Gretel, so subscribe to stay tuned for that. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day, good night, wherever you are. Have a good one. Bye! Thank you for watching my video. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to give this video a like and share. Also, consider subscribing to my channel to stay up to date on all my latest content. In the meantime, thank you for watching, and as always, have a good day, a good night, wherever you are. May the force be with you, always.